finally, let's begin with our first experience of the day. I invite to talk with us Marcelo Schaffer from Pata Lodge, who changed a few years ago a busy life in São Paulo and went with his wife and children to start the Pata project in the Futaleufú River in Chile. Marcelo, the microphone is yours.
Thank you, Marcelo. Thanks everyone from remote. It is a pleasure to be opening these virtual experiences. I'm here today to talk a little bit about what we've been doing here for the past almost 8 years. So Pata actually is a project that started back in 2013. We are 4 partners from Brazil, and I used to be work with advertisement in Brazil for 20 years. And as Marcelo said, I brought all my family to Patagonia because we were always very connected to all the projects, the conservation projects that were done here in Patagonia, mainly with Douglas Tompkins and Yvonne Chouinard. I am sure you all know the story. The friends that came from California and went to Fitzroy in El Chaltén, came back to California 6 months later, became millionaires, and mainly Douglas Tompkins. He sold his company at the late 90s and started buying land here in Patagonia. Unfortunately, he passed away like 4 or 5 years ago. And at the end of his life, he had spent more than $550 million buying land and giving back as national parks. Later on, he started a social project around these parks because the people that used to live in those places haven't got any more jobs at the time. So he started a social project constructing a buffer zone of organic productive farms around these parks. So this concept and this project and this legacy always inspired us. So in 2013, we acquired a property here in Futaleufú. I'll share my screen right now, okay? And then I can show you a little. Can you all see my screen? Okay. So yes. This is where we are today. Once again, very inspired by Tompkins' project. We started our own little one. Well, we are in Futaleufú. Futaleufú is known because of its river. It's one of the top 3 rivers in the world for whitewater sports. So the local community, the tourism culture is more focused on the river here. So, and our project is more focused on conservation and sustainability. So Pata Lodge is a conservation project. So the main goal is generate positive impact. So we created a business model that tries to have under conservation more and more land. So when we acquired the first property, this one where we have the lodge today, we started regenerating it. So we always looked for degraded properties that could be enhanced with time. So under the project and helping generate this positive impact, we created 3 main areas, 3 pillars. One is a real estate project where we send lots, and with this income, we can generate more protection. So today we have a golden number of 0.5% of occupation with low impact, everything that is sustainable concerning construction and everything. So we only occupy 0.5% of the land, and 99%, 99.5 goes under conservation. So we started back in 2013 with 100 hectares. Today we have almost 750 in 3 different properties. So in one side, you know, you are selling land, but at the same time, you have conservation at the other side. So this is the first pillar. The second one is the hospitality side. So today we have Pata Lodge. We use it as a channel to bring people to get in touch with the lifestyle we propose here. We are 16 people living inside the farm today. So this is where we are today. We have 2.5 kilometers of the Futaleufú River, and we are a productive farm and a small community. So we are always trying to generate this positive impact, either on the land, making it better and better every year, as well as the community that surrounds the project. That means ourselves, these 16 people that we've been growing year by year. So ourselves, the people that help us, our employees, the local community, as well as our guests. So much of the experience we want to bring with the lodge is being in a place where a productive farm, of course, more connected to the nature and less connected to electronics, eating better, putting your hands into the soil, and if you want to, working with us, and always bringing lots of information. So the first pillar, as I said, is the real estate project. The second one is the lodge. And the third one is food production and education. So this is a little bit of the farm today. So as I said, we acquired a very property with very poor soils. 7.5 years later, everything that we do here blooms. As you can see, this is the beginning of the project. We started with the degraded soil. So today we can have lots and lots of healthy food here. So the third pillar is education and food production. So what is the experience we want to bring to our guests when they are here? It's to get in touch with this simpler life, a different lifestyle. We are very, very focused on families, mainly in children, because we believe they are this next generation that could really have an impact or a change in what we've been doing lately. And we are in a hurry. So we focus on them. So much of the experience, for instance, you're having your breakfast, I'll invite you to go to the garden and pick your own fruits or vegetables for the omelette, and I take the opportunity to talk a little bit of what's behind the garden, why we did it like this, and we picked some food last year. 2 years ago, we had a kid that had never eaten carrot in his life, and later his mom called us saying he wants to eat carrots every day. Now he doesn't want juice that comes in a box for the school. So it changed a little bit, and that's what we want to accomplish here with the experience. So today we have this beautiful garden. Up to 70% of the food that we serve and eat comes from the farm. Everything is organic, farm to table. And we are, as I said, we are always bringing information. So when we are having a little walk through the woods, I bring information, ecology, or how the forests work. It's a lot of interesting information, mainly for kids, because we try to do it as simpler as possible. And we have, of course, talking more specifically about the lodge, we have today 4 cabins, up to 16 people, all constructed with local labor, certified woods. And as I said, we try to have as less impact as possible when constructing. So we try to be as circular as possible all the time. Of course, we have beautiful cabins, as you can see from inside. They are all beautiful, but we are always trying our guests to be outside and, you know, living this different lifestyle, as I said. One new thing we'll have from 1st of November on, because we have 16 beds, we are incorporating 2 houses from the smart villages, as we say here, this real estate project. These 2 houses will be incorporated to the hospitality. So each of them has 3 suites. I'll be sending later on more information about them. So they just got constructed. We're starting to put all the furniture and everything. But we'll go from 16 bed to 28 from 1st of November on. This is our bistro and the social area. Before the COVID, we used to gather everyone at the same table. We have this big table in there, of course, if our clients want to sit separately, but 99% of the time, everyone is sitting together. We are always trying to generate the synergy. We think this is key in these days. So it's kind of an extension of our own house. We are always with the guests. Sometimes we go to the activities with them. There are lots of different activities that can be done inside this farm as well. So as I said, the river is the highlight, but as Marcelo said, we used to live in São Paulo, this huge city, and we came here. We could, people already asked me lots of times, why Patagonia, not Brazil? Because Brazil is this unbelievably beautiful place. But we came here because the environment and the climate, we are in the northern Patagonia, so the climate is much friendlier. We love the winter as well, but mainly in the summer we have really hot days. Spring and autumn is amazing because of the colors. We have 4 different seasons here. They are super, you can see the difference between them. And as I said, one big part of our project is education. So we have a school inside. We have 16 children attending. We say the farm has 2 different hearts, the garden and the school. So this is a space very important for us. We are always inviting our guests to go there and mingle with the kids. If they have an interesting profession, they can go there and give a little speech, try to inspire the kids a little bit. We are always trying to have this impact on the local community as well. So we've been bringing film festivals to Futaleufú in these last years, not last year, unfortunately. So this is something that we try to do a lot here. And this is the second property. As I said, we began with 100 hectares. Today we have more than 750 under conservation. It's a different river valley, 25 minutes from where the lodge is, and most of the activities are done in this place as well. This is the third property. They are neighbors. We always acquire property and start regenerating it and treating all the erosions, reforesting and so on. And this is 2 different products we started operating 2 years ago. So today you can have a different experience at a lake house. It's 20 minutes from the lodge as well. It's a 6-suite house. This information, everything, it's our at our Google Drive. And we've been operating a sailboat as well into the fjords, where you can have a 2-night experience up to 5 people. It's a very pristine. We decided to go there. It's the boat is at Puyuapi, 2.5 hours from where we are, and you sail right into the fjords, these amazing canals. And you have a 2-night program where you disembark at night and you can sleep under the stars right into these amazing places. This is where we are, this red dot right here. I'll send you all the information later as well if you don't have it. So this is what Pata is. I'll stop sharing my screen. I think we have 4 minutes, right, Marcelo?
Yeah,
so
5 minutes.
Bottom line, we are always trying to generate this impact, and we are super open to people. We want to create the synergy once again. We are living a moment that this is super important. Bringing children, we think they are will be the changers of the next years, and we are in a hurry here. Thanks everyone for your time. Thanks Remote for the space. Ligia, Roberto, Clara, Marcelo.
Thank you, Marcelo.
And everyone.
We still have like 2 to 4 minutes, and I have just a few questions. First, a question from the chat. People are asking if the houses will be on the same scheme as the lodging, with full service, or is something different? And also, if the guests will have the chance to cook by themselves.
Yes, the houses will be available with all the services. We will operate them as we've been operating this lake house that I've just shown, the black house at the lake. So where we give all the services. Of course, it's a house, so you have a living space, you have the kitchen, so you have the option to cook there. We can do the shopping as well, since it's a house. You can have the staff there, and even a chef if you want to, cooking better meals. All the houses comes every day. We bring a basket with all the goods that we produce in the farm. So we are, same feeling. And of course, people can use all the restaurant at the farm. They can come and use the river beach we have there and everything.
That's great. Someone asked about when did you open to the public for the first time?
We opened our doors between 2013 and 14, the first time, but only to friends, family. And we really began in 2016 in Amazonia, right, Roberto? At Remote, the first Remote right there. It's when we say we really opened our doors, and this is it. It's
Marcelo, there is a last question. We still have 2 minutes.
Right.
Did you get inspired by other projects like yours in terms of regenerative initiative?
Yes, as you all, my other passion is traveling, my partners as well. So we've been always looking for different places in the West Coast of United States. You have lots of, in Europe, you have lots of in Asia as well. And in Brazil, of course. And there is a boom of projects like ourselves, thanks God, because there's a demand as well, because people don't want to go to these crowded places anymore. Now, after COVID, more and more, I think. And you've been here, you know, the nature here is absolutely gorgeous. And we have these many places in the world where people can do the same and, you know, connect people with that. So yes, and we are very inspired by many different projects around the world.
That's great. That's great. Thank you, Marcelo. If you have any example of inspiration you want to share, you can put on the chat, as well as any other question people may have. So the chat is here. And now, Marcelo from Remote. Thank you very much, Marcelo.
Thank you a lot. Thanks a lot. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Marcelo. Now